Hi everyone. So yesterday you did your test, your topic test for the energy changes topic. Starting on Tuesday next week we're going to be looking at this topic, our gas chemistry topic. But what I thought we would do today, just as like a wee introduction to it, is we would look at our atmosphere and the gases that are included in our atmosphere at the minute. So here is a picture with the formula or the names of the gases that we've got in our current atmosphere. Maybe you want to pause the video now and see if you can remember or see if you can guess what percentage each of these gases have. Okay, so let's see how your guesses went. So nitrogen, there's approximately 78% of our atmosphere is nitrogen. It's the main gas in the atmosphere. Next comes oxygen with approximately 21%. Okay, next is actually argon. There's 1% argon. So isn't it, if you remember from our unit 1 material, it's one of the noble gases in the periodic table. It's in like the old style filament lamp bulbs, you'd get argon gas in it. Nitrogen gas is what we'd find like food packaging, like inside our packet of crisps you have some nitrogen gas. Okay, the next is carbon dioxide with either 0.03 to 0.04%. Okay, we'll talk about carbon dioxide more in a wee second. And then there's very small amounts of these. So small amounts of other noble gases like helium, krypton, those sorts, radon, those sorts of things, and a very small amount of water vapour. Of course, it depends on the weather, what the water vapour is like, but there is some water vapour in the atmosphere, but it's a very small amount. Okay, so the main gas that we want to talk about or focus on today is carbon dioxide. Okay, so our carbon dioxide levels it's been in the news a lot over the past while. It's been a big focus. Carbon dioxide, if you can see this, leads to global warming, and now there's more information in your book about this and we can study this again, but let's just give you a wee introduction of how it is. It gathers in the atmosphere and reflects the light from the sun back into the earth and then causes the earth to heat up. Okay, so how do we increase the amount of carbon dioxide? It comes from these fossil fuels. So our fossil fuels like coal, page is moving, coal, oil, gas, when they burn, they produce carbon dioxide. So there's a big focus on trying to find ways that we can produce the energy that we need for our houses, for our electricity, without producing as much carbon dioxide, because a lot of our electricity comes from fossil fuel power stations. And maybe you have a fossil fuel power in your house, maybe for heating, maybe a coal central heating, or maybe you've got a gas fire, or maybe you are one of the houses that actually have some solar panels or some wind turbines, or maybe you can see them around you. So green energy is a term that's used for renewable energy that produces electricity, produces energy without producing carbon dioxide. Hi everyone, so Rocky and I have walked to the end of our road, and you maybe see some of these things whenever you're out in your walk as well. There's lots of examples of renewable energy. So over in the distance I can see a windmill. If we look up here we also see houses like this with solar panels on them. And this is an example of how we can create energy without creating carbon dioxide. So it's a green energy source. So have a look in your walk and see if you can see some examples as well. Okay, so our task really this week is to look at how there's changes in our atmosphere. Now we're not talking historic changes, because actually years and years ago our atmosphere wouldn't have been the way it is now. Okay, scientists believe that when the earth was evolved then that the atmosphere was totally different years ago than what it is now, but we're focusing more on the immediate changes or the short-term changes that we've seen. So we talked about burning fossil fuels produces carbon dioxide gas, but there are also some other gases that burning fossil fuels produce. They produce sulfur dioxide and then also some nitrogen oxides. Now there's different formulas for those, that's why I'm just writing the word nitrogen oxides, because there's nitrogen monoxide and nitrogen dioxide, just depends. So we're just going to focus those all together as nitrogen oxides. So these are the polluting gases in our atmosphere. Okay, so we know that carbon dioxide leads to global warming. Hopefully you'll be able to do some research and find out that these lead to acid rain. You might also find out some other information about these polluting gases, but I would like you today, so in our double period today on Wednesday, to answer this question: has our atmosphere changed since lockdown? So do some research. I want you to produce maybe a poster or a leaflet or a PowerPoint or whatever way you want to do it. You could maybe do a wee video if you want and send it to me, whatever way you think is best to answer this question. to produce, or tell me what you found in your research. I look forward to seeing what you come up with, and hopefully this will be a wee introduction to you for when we start doing gas chemistry next week. Have a great week, everybody. Bye. Good boy, sit. Alright, wave a bye. Good boy.